Hi, Michael here, and I just want to introduce you to this video. I've talked about how I record all of my sessions in audio, and a lot of them I was recording in video too. In fact, I have audio archives going back 50 years to bands that I was playing in the mid-1970s. So I've got boxes of tapes, reels of tapes, and as things progress to become digital, I've got all kinds of hard drives. So I'm working on a new book and doing research, and I was looking for some old files, and I pulled up these hard drives here, hooked them up and looked at them, and I found, oh, what is this? There was a whole file of like live performances, and I thought, let's take a look. So I looked in there, and I was surprised. They were from like 10 years ago, 11 years ago. And I started looking at them, and it was really interesting. And this is why I say you need to record yourself, at least audio, and maybe video if you have a camera, and you can do that, or use your phone, because sometimes it's nice to go back and see where you were, where you've come to in the present day, and see if things have changed or if some of the stuff has really stayed the same. So I'm looking at this video here. Like I said, I got it off one of these hard drives. These are both 5 terabyte hard drives that are pretty much full. I'm probably running, well over 30 terabytes of hard drives. I'm an information freak here. Yeah, I save everything. I've got files on so many things. But I pulled this one off because it really struck me. To me, it was really interesting to see. This is from February of 2015, and it's currently February of 2026. So this is exactly 11 years ago, my playing. The audio's pretty good. The digital video here is, it's pretty fuzzy, as you will be able to tell. It was a real basic. It was my first video, which was the Zoom Q2, I believe it was called. And it had, built-in audio, which was pretty high quality for the day, and it had a camera on it, a video camera that was kind of, it was okay. So this was shot in kind of low light. It was way in the back of the room, so the camera had to be, 40 feet back. If I'd have had the camera up closer, I'm sure the video would look much better, but it was way back. And other than the lights behind me, as you can see here, it was dark in the room, so camera wasn't that good in low light, so it didn't get a lot of definition. I'll try to upscale it some. I've got, using DaVinci Resolve, I'll see if I can upscale it and get it a little better. But I found this. I found a whole file full of performances from 2015. So I started watching them, and I was really surprised by what I saw. I know one thing I talk about all the time and teach about at my workshops, and that is about space. Leaving space between your notes, not being afraid, to play a sound and then just let it be, let it evaporate before you play another sound, because it's so easy just to kind of bing, bang, boom, and play a lot of sounds. So I'm not going to play the whole video. I think my performance is like 70 minutes or so, 70, 80 minutes. But I picked out, we'll see how much I edited it down to, probably 10 to 20 minutes worth, just to show you what I was doing 11 years ago, and it totally surprised me. I thought I was probably, before I watched this, I thought I was probably playing a lot faster stuff and really, kind of blazing through my session there. There's a lot of space here. So it's nice to know that, I was practicing what I preach 11 years ago, and I'm still doing it. And I'm sure if I found some earlier videos, I was probably leaving a lot of space there too. But we'll go through this, and I'll probably talk a little afterwards about it. But this is why I keep in archives. It's not that I sit down every day and watch myself play, because I don't. I mean, I was there, I don't have that much interest in watching myself play, other than I watch recent things. Like my last session, I just did audio only, but if I'd have done video, I would have watched the video sometime this week just to see what was happening. But it's nice to be able to go back and see what you were doing and how you were doing it, and even see how my setup has changed and evolved. This is a very intriguing setup here. I've got Feisty number 4 Sound Creation Water Gong, a 32-inch symphonic gong, a 32-inch earth gong from the early 80s, a 24-inch Venus Planet Gong, a 28-inch Jupiter Planet Gong, a Michael Peisty, what is that, about a 14-inch Volcano Gong bell plate, and a 26-inch Sound Creation prototype air gong, and then 2 of my moon bell plates that I made. And in front, I've got some singing bowls, and on the up here on the case, resting on a towel on the floor, I've got another bowl and some Drobu bells. And here's the really weird thing, is right away I kneel down, and I'm playing kneeling down for all this time, and it's like, oh my God, I could not do that now. My knees would not take it. And since then, I've elevated everything up. I've got a table in front of me. I've got mallet trays up in the air. I've gotten almost everything up off the floor except my buffalo drum and my ocean drum, but they're both on guitar stands, so they can sit there and I can just reach down and pick them up. So that was an interesting thing to see. I didn't realize I used to kneel down so much. Oh my. My knees hurt just watching this video. Oh, I've also got a set of UFIP Ogororo bell plates at the top. So, and 3 Burma bells over here. So it was interesting to see, what I was using, and especially to see how I was playing 11 years ago. Okay, that was interesting, wasn't it? Again, I can't believe I was kneeling, and I didn't even have a rug, so I was kneeling on the bare floor, wooden floor, bamboo floor, whatever that was, playing very slow and open. I was surprised by that. Made me feel good that here it was 11 years ago when I was playing that way. So, yeah, record yourself, record your audio. And if you can, once in a while, record video on a phone or whatever you have, because it's nice to be able to go back and take a look and see what you were doing. And again, compared to where you are now. And today with a phone, I would have got, you get beautiful video. Yeah, this was just a cheapy little $200 Zoom unit, that pretty sketchy video, but I used it for years and recorded a lot of my performances. So there we go. I'll look through the archives, kind of see what was happening 11 years ago. Quite a surprise to me. I hope you kind of enjoyed that little glimpse to the past, and we will see you in the next Cup of Talks. So, record yourself.